Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be testing out some Nullsec ratting in the Golem, and this is now with a different fit that I've used before. Previously I've tried a cruise missile fit. Now we're going to go with a high DPS torpedo fit. So let's get into this. So this is how the fit is, and I think it's a very aesthetically pleasing fit because I see here how it's like just about the amount of resources are being used. So like we're taking like full advantage of the capabilities of this ship here. So we're going with the Dread Guristas torpedo launchers over here, get a lot of good DPS. Then we've got the two Corpus C-type heavy neutralizers. This is in the case that like I'm not too experienced with getting caught in Nullsec, but I know that it is a thing that people put neutralizers on their battleships, because if you were to have, like, say, an intercept or something get close to you, you could potentially neut them out with these, and then they will not be able to tackle you. So that could be an option right here. That's why I've got these here, just if that were to happen. Now, I'm on the test server, so I can't really test that out, but I like the ability that we're able to fit two heavy neutralizers as well. So these neut by massive margins, so 600 gigajoules each. If we go here, let's see what I say a malediction has. Malediction. How much capacity does he have in total? 400 gigajoules. Yeah. So just one of these really would be enough to neut him out. So just completely neutered out malediction. So now, instead of before where I went with the hybrid tank, I decided to go with a more fully active tank here, because I thought that maybe the incoming DPS, if we were to get somehow caught in Nullsec, would probably be like not as high as something we would be in high sec. And in high sec, everything is a focus on DPS to kill the target before Concord comes. Here, I guess it's just the more like to hold them down. It obviously depends a lot. Like, some people could have a really big fleet and catch you, but I think that it will be better to just go with an overall fully active tank fit. So that's why we've got the EM shield reinforcer here, shield boost amplifier here, extra shield booster here, along with the high grade crystal implants. So we're going to plug all these guys in right here, plug these guys in here. And we'll see also how much DPS we'll get, because we've got some insane DPS. Now, I can't use this high-grade crystal implant for some reason. Let's see why. Yeah, we've got this slot 6 torpedoes over here that we can't use. That's a bit unfortunate right there, because I thought that you usually are able to have 2 damage implants in at the same time as you've got an Omega implant. But you know what? I'm going to be trying this anyway with just the torpedoes here to just get the max amount of DPS just for maximum fun right here. So let's see how much DPS we get if we put if we group these guys. And then we put, say, the Scourge Rage, 1.7k, and then let's see how much we have in Bastion. Ooh, 3.4k DPS. That's pretty cool right there. So what we're going to do here to test this out, and if you guys want to also just test out your own fits in Nullsec, and you want to put them on the test server to see how they fare before you actually take them in Nullsec, you can just buy one of these noise filaments right here. You can just take this and put this in your cargo hold. And then what you can do is you can then exit the station and just use this filament to jump to like a random Nullsec system, and then you can hope that you encounter a system where you have the rats that you want to face against. Now here with the Golem, the thing that's really nice is that it has damage bonuses to all missile types, so it won't really matter that we go a certain rat type. We'll be able to do the optimal like damage type irregardless of which type of rat it is. So that's why I think that it is quite easy to, in general, test the Golem. If we were to, say, go for Paladin or something like that, then we would want to look for the kind of NPCs that have got the low EM and thermal resist, like the Sanchez and Blood Raiders. Okay, let's warp to a safe over here. Then we will go and use the noise filament. Also, one thing to notice is that you have to be in a fleet to be able to use this. So you can't just use this without a fleet, and you also have to have your security status or safety to partially disabled. This is so good. The amount of DPS we got here is almost double the amount of the cruise missile fit I used before. Okay, so we're in drone space here. I wouldn't think this is the most optimal type, because most people are, doing stuff in the NPC space where there's like these pirate factions. These are more, okay, I guess rogue drones are considered to also be pirate factions, but it's not that popular. Usually most people doing ratting are going for the the typical pirate factions like Sancha, Guristas, etc. But we'll go here and just try to take them out anyway. So I've never actually done drone sites before. So let's see now, what is the optimal damage type? EM. I'll go for the Mjolnir Rage. It seems like these guys are so close that we can just use the precision script actually. Wow, it seems like we're really destroying these guys though. Ooh, 7k volley, wow. There's battleships just falling like absolute flies right here. I'm curious how the frigates will be. This is way too much DPS. We need to split. There's way too much DPS. We're just like almost one-shotting or two-shotting these battleships right here. Let's go with have our drones go on these little frigates. And even the frigates are getting pretty badly damaged. We're using rage as well. Wow. Oof. Wow, this is so great. Look how powerful this ship is. Obviously, I mean, this is not going to be most optimal for Nullsec, because the thing is, you will be in a very risky situation. You will be close to the warp in. It will be hard for you to get or like survive one of the ganks by people. But I still think this is just fun to see what kind of fat DPS you can land on these guys and really shove these drones to oblivion. It's crazy. Like the amount of DPS here is that one of these is almost the amount as the cruise missiles I was using before. That's how good the DPS is here. Look at that. Just really just absolutely annihilating these guys just with one of them. We split the DPS up a little bit. It's alright. Just go straight through. Golem doesn't care at all. And we get the sick boosting as well because we've got the high grade crystal implants in as well. There we go. Destroyed right there. We can split them up a little bit. Because the thing is, if we have it grouped up, that last volley is going to be a lot of wasted DPS since our volleys are so big. Like it was 2 or 3 volley anyway. So I think it's just better that we split them up like we're doing now. The DPS is just too great to have it all focus fire on one. We've got all these bunkers here. I don't know if it's worth destroying these guys. Let's see. We can maybe just try see if we can just quickly take them out. Maybe it won't go so slow. Even my drones are actually doing that. We can have our drones focus on the little frigates. So I think it'll be a better usage of our drones. It's crazy. Like, look at this, just destroying everything. Something like this is fun to do in L formations. I have done it before. It was more focused on mobility, so it didn't have all as much tank because it had an MJD, MWD. Here we've not got any prop mod at all. I wish the Golem had an extra mid slot. It would be very OP though. But if the Golem had an extra mid slot, it would be easier to fit tank and mobility at the same time. Let's try taking out these bunkers or towers. There's a lot of small stuff here, and I can imagine this is why a lot of people don't like the drone sites, because there's a lot of small stuff. If there's a lot of battleships, that's optimal because they give the most amount of ticks and are also the easiest to apply to as well. So you're just overall having a better time where there's a lot more battleships. Nuka album. They like the nuclear or something. Really crazy. What is this? It's fun to see these wormhole sites that people do. I've not at all experienced in the wormhole sites, but just doing them so quickly. I've seen people do the wormhole sites and marauders really quickly. Like Paladin as well. I heard that it can be very good for those. And we're not cap stale, but it doesn't matter. We just do one like boost, then get max shield. It's alright. The amount of torpedoes we're launching as well is quite crazy because we've got the really good fire rate. So you're able to fire really quickly with this. Oof, look at that. That guy just got popped. Ah, more battleships. I wouldn't be surprised if we do this with just a few more minutes, just the whole size completed. Because this drone horde that we're at is apparently equivalent to like a Sanctum, like the most difficult anomaly you can find in Nullsec. You can see here on the EVE Uni wiki, there's like rogue drones and combat anomalies, and drone horde is the number 10, like the quote-unquote hardest one. So it'll be fun to see if we can do this very quickly. As the Sanctums do take quite a bit of time. I mean, there's a lot of NPCs to chew through there. Really, your brute force DPS is going to matter for a lot how fast you complete these. But we also have some decent application considering that we've got the target paint and precision script. What is our range here? Range 43 kilometers, and we can always switch to the range script if we wanted to, if they just go too far away. So I think it's alright. Pretty damn powerful. This is. I wonder if those torpedoes that were left, because we had 3 torpedoes left, 2 here and 1 here. Will that be enough to destroy this guy? Let's see. 2.7, 2.7. Okay, no, it was not enough. I thought it would have been a bit more. I think you need 6 torpedo volleys, like if we count all, or 3 full rack torpedo volleys. That's how much is enough to destroy one of these. Before we're just going through it so quickly. Let's take out these small guys. Actually, the battleships are going to be locked up very quickly, so maybe it would be a better idea to just go for these guys first. I'm curious because you can get apparently a rogue drone carrier that spawns in. So you could maybe get like a rogue drone carrier and then it will be something we could face. I don't know, maybe it's weaker than a dreadnought. I think it'll be really fun to when I like get stuff set up in Nullsec eventually, because a Corp is like, you know, all that war stuff and all that kind of stuff. Like stuff didn't go too good for our Corp in the war. But when stuff gets set up in Nullsec, it'll be fun actually eventually to take marauders like this to Nullsec and see if there's alternatives, because you can go like with the full DPS and like really high damage with this close range weaponry base. Obviously not as safe because of how you're stuck 30 seconds here, and there's like, you know, the potential of people getting you. I've never really done marauders in Nullsec before. It's always L4 missions. Completely different experience to what we're doing in High-Sec with those L4 missions. Because you have to always watch your back. I mean, you always have to watch your back as well in High-Sec with L4 missions. You don't want to have gankers on your tail. But it's a little bit more stuff they can get you, because anyone will probably want to get you really in Nullsec, while in High-Sec only a select few people tend to want to get you. Look at that. Like the grouped up torpedoes just completely wrecking these guys. I don't think these guys drop elite drone AI. Nah, they don't drop elite drone AI. It'd be overpowered if they dropped elite drone AI that you can get in L4 missions. Those things are worth like 2 million or something each. If they did, it would be almost like double the amount of bounties. They all seem to spawn around this area right here. It'd be very useful for cleanup actually. You could put like a mobile tractor unit here and it'll be very easy. Actually, no, they seem like they've been spawning all over the place. I felt like these last few waves at least have been spawning around here. Have our drones? No, our drones haven't been touched. And I think it's because we've got so much DPS in our main ship that the NPCs really don't care. It's like so much more DPS we're getting from our main weapons on the ship, so that they don't even care about the drones. They're nothing compared to our main weapon systems. Like 3k plus DPS being outputted right here. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Alright. Now I wonder, because the thing is, I'm trying to use this move me command and it's not really working when I've had the weapons timer up, or since I use that filament. But let's see if we can go to a different system. So we could go now maybe? Yeah, there we go. I think it was because that needle jack thing made it so that I couldn't go and use the move me command or something. A bit annoying. If you use a needle jack, you can't like move anywhere. But we'll go to the system of FDMLJ, because you can occasionally find NPCs here. It's just not usually as great. Like, it's a bit more difficult to find them. But we'll try finding like maybe a Serpentis or something like that. I can organize my drones here so they become a bit more neat. Alright, so I've been moving a while through the Syndicate, and I've actually now encountered the Serpentis Haven. So we're going to go and use some Scourge Rage torpedoes, the optimal damage type for Serpentis, the kinetic damage type, and do one of these havens. This is probably the type of anomaly in Nullsec I've done by far the most out of. Maybe like when it comes to High-Sec, I've done more refuges and those kind of ones, like small ones, because they take very little time to do. But in Nullsec, havens, back in 2017, that was the one I just turbo farmed all the time in my rattlesnake. So this gives me back quite a bit of memories actually from what I used to do before back in the day. So we're going to go here and just chew through these guys. Probably it would have been better that I warp in at maybe 20, so at least I'm not on the warp in at 0. But yeah, I guess we could just do it anyway. I mean, we have the range, so it's alright. Now, I used to do these rock havens majority of the time. Occasionally I would have done these gas havens, but majority of the time it was these guys right here. So we'll just go straight through. That's really all it is. We'll just go straight through. See how quick we can do this. So we're starting at 11:19. We'll see how long it takes to knock out all these Serpentis NPCs. It will hopefully go very quickly. Oh yeah, the Lord Admirals, those are the guys who like to come close and personal. The Grand Admirals are the ones who want to kite, so we're going to take out the Grand Admirals first. You know, those are stuff I still remember even from like almost 5 years later. So it was a long time ago, but I still remember the name of the NPC. We'll take out this cruiser right here. Use the target painter for increased applicability. Can turn on the auto target as well to get stuff going on. We can deploy our drones because I don't think that the drone aggro is going to be too much considering how much DPS we do from our main ship. Let's see now, how quickly does it take to destroy one of these battleships? It seems like it's pretty quick right here. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, it's so cool. See how quick we can get through this haven over here. I think we can get this done maybe under 10 minutes. I think we can get it done under 10 minutes. That's what I expect us to be able to do because of how much DPS we're packing in this golem. The gas havens, the one with these gas clouds, they take a bit longer to do than the traditional rock havens, the ones that have these like these rock formations. They take a bit longer to do. There's also this Forsaken hub over here. I think it's Forsaken rally point now. Okay, Forsaken rally point, I think that's something that you can do, but I think Forsaken hubs and havens were the best ones to do. Let's see now, just do 2 missile split like this. It's going to take hardly any time to take out these battle cruisers since they got like no tank. Look at that, those battle cruisers fall like flies. So crazy how quickly it goes. Golem going crazy, and it's a bit annoying how it's nice to see your ship moving properly, but we're like sort of stuck here facing downwards. Maybe we can move slightly in Bastion mode. Maybe. A lot of frigates on the grid. Let's try taking these guys out. I'm curious how they apply, because maybe they apply a little bit worse than the rogue drones. Maybe these are a little bit quick or something. I always remember that these guys were like hell to get through in my rattlesnake because of how hard application was. But it seems like we're able to knock out these guys pretty hard, even with the rage torpedoes. I mean, look, we are having to reload now, so it's a bit annoying when they come. But we will. It seemed like we were doing some pretty decent damage. There we go. Take out this guy over here. Put a bit of target painter. Yeah, I think it's going pretty quickly, and my drones also seem to be quite potent at killing them as well. That was nice to see that frigate go down that quickly. I remember just always, oh, come on, heavy drones, because in my rattlesnake I used to have heavy drones. Oh, come on, hit, please hit. And finally they managed to hit and take out the drone. It used to take a long time to take them out. Have we got any Grand Admirals over here? Grand Admirals are the ones that are quite annoying. Kitey scrubs. So, you know, it's gone 5 minutes now, so I wanted to hopefully do this under 10 minutes. I don't know if we'll be able to do this under 10 minutes. This is the second wave here. I am, however, basing this a little bit off that time from the Rock Havens. The Rock Havens, I always remember them taking a bit less time than the Gas Havens. Well, I think we can aim for under 10 minutes. I think that'll be a good goal at least. Have the drones go for the frigates while I use the torpedoes and the battleships, so we can make most use out of our drones and most use out of our torpedoes when it comes to destroying these big stuff, because when we shoot obviously the torpedoes and the small stuff, it's not going to be as well utilized DPS. It's going to be a bit of wasted DPS because it's going to be, due to bad application, a lot of it's going to be mitigated. So instead we can fully utilize our drones that are pretty good at taking out these guys. Very good application, you can see there. Wow, we already destroyed those battleships there. The battle cruisers go down super fast. What type of anomalies do you guys do when you do nullsec ratting? If any of you guys do nullsec ratting, I'm quite curious. Because last time I used to do them, it was primarily the havens and also Forsaken hubs, I believe it was. But I know sanctums are a more common thing for capital ships. Those are more like higher end ones, because of the potential of getting those capital ships at the end, and also just in general that there's a lot of big stuff, so it's good for capital ships since you'll apply very well to them. I'm wondering what you guys do. I know a lot of the people who are a little bit new players, they don't even do anomalies. They sometimes go to the asteroid belts, and sometimes they go to the like rally points, because the rally points are really good. Not the Forsaken rally points, just the standard rally points, because you can get a 6 out of 10. And they're very good because you can get sometimes some really good A-type modules from there, like the Multispectrum armor membrane or energized multispectrum membranes. You get them from the 6 out of 10s, I believe. And rally points in general, like they're pretty easy. Like a Gila can run the rally points pretty easily. Nothing too crazy. I used to do Sancha rally points in a Gila when I was in a Nullsec in end of 2020, actually, just for a little bit of testing. I didn't do a whole lot of it though, because it got a bit boring, but there's always a possibility of getting a 6 out of 10 from those. Wow, look at that. There's just torpedoes just chew through these guys, like no mercy whatsoever. It just, like, the battleships go down in a matter of seconds. Like, quicker than the drones can take out the frigates, these torpedoes just obliterate these battleships. Like, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be, we're gonna go through all these battleships and battle cruisers before these drones even take out all these little 3 frigates here. Be fun to see how quick this goes. It's just unfortunate. I would have loved to like use this kind of overpowered stuff at Nullsec, but this is not at all particularly optimal since we're so close. Going to be high risk of getting like ganked. Obviously, you can, you know, pay a very good attention to local intel channels and that kind of stuff. Less risk of getting slapped, but usually it seems like last time at least I was in Nullsec, the most optimal way to do stuff was in a very long range fit. And I didn't use a marauder, so you could just stay out aligned all the time. So as soon as someone warps in, you just warp out straight away. Because I mean, I know it sounds very risk averse, and that's the whole point. I mean, if you're going around losing your ship, you're not going to earn any ISK from doing these sites. So you sort of have to find a way to do these in a consistent way without getting stomped by some hunting fleets. Go look, it seems like we're able to destroy all these battleships and battle cruisers before our drones were even able to take out those 3 frigates right there. That's how fast we go through these big ships right here. It's really good to utilize these drones there. I feel like they're a lot more effective than I thought they would have been, actually. They're sort of getting like the most optimal damage types done at the right time. Okay, so now it's gone 10 minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't hit the 10-minute goal that I wanted to, but let's see how quick it goes. I mean, Serpentis havens, gas havens take usually quite a long time to do. It would have been even better if we wanted to do this fast, would be to go for something like a polarized torpedoes, and we would have probably got like 4K DPS, maybe something like that. Obviously, I mean, we would have had enough tank. We would have had plenty of tank to do this, but it would be very risky. It would be very risky. I mean, if someone comes and tries to wreck us, we would like almost 100% get destroyed. But we can just test here, see how it looks like with the when it comes to the polarized, because the polarized really gets some crazy DPS from there. Yeah, okay, now we've just finished it. So 30. So we finished it in 11 minutes. So I guess it's decent. Decent. Let's see now. Polarized torpedo, 3.9k DPS. Wow. If we had like maybe an 006 implant, because we've got the 005 ones here. If we had 006, we would have probably get a 4k DPS. Like, really, so good that would have been. But let's do a little bit of ISK calculation, because we did this in 11 minutes. And we can go here and look for Serpentis Haven. Then we can look for Gas Haven. Let's see now, where is the bounty? Okay, it says 21 million rewards here. This is Gas Haven. Does it say how much estimated for Rock Haven? No. But at least for here, it says 21 million. I guess it's the same. So 21 million in 11 minutes. Let's say maybe 12 minutes then. So if we do 60 divided by 12, we can do 5 of these an hour. And then we would just multiply it by 21. That's actually not that much ISK. I thought I would have expected a bit more. And obviously from that bounty tick and everything like that, it would have been better. But I think it's to do with that we were going for the gas havens. They take a little bit longer to do. I would have really liked to get more than 105 million ISK an hour. I mean, this is what you can get from a basic Gila, for example, in T4s. I definitely think the Rock Haven would have gone quicker, because there's a few frigates there. There's not so many, or at least as many frigates as you find in the Gas Haven over here. You see all these frigates all over the place. But anyway, there we go. Done some Nullsec ratting in a Torpedo Golem. It's pretty fun, satisfying, and just completely obliterating these guys. If it's optimal, I'm not really sure, because like you're going in with a pretty close range, high risk of getting like popped if someone tries to hunt you. It's also a pretty expensive fit at the same time as well, and the ISK power is not that great. I mean, I would have hoped to get a bit more ISK from this, but I don't know. I guess you could obviously try to maximize the bounty risk modifiers and maybe do it a little bit quicker than I was here, because I felt like sometimes I was maybe not focusing the right targets. And also as well with salvage and loot, you can get some more ISK as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video right here. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.